Hello and welcome to IBTimes UK. More than 2 million people in South Sudan have been displaced since the country descended into a civil war in 2013. We spoke with Henry Makiwa from World Vision UK on the impact the war is having on civilians, as warring sides have accused each other of violating a peace deal signed last August.
The crisis in South Sudan, as we know, is the fighting. It is the world's newest nation. It's a very young country which was facing some teething problems already, trying to establish itself. And so 2 years into independence, this fighting begins, and it affects everything from food production to healthcare to the basic way of people's living, employment, their livelihoods. All has been destroyed or at least put on hold, and that is the cause of the strife in South Sudan at the moment. You have a third of the country in need of food, and you have so many other people who are internally displaced, with many others going into neighboring countries, mostly in Uganda, but some going north into Ethiopia as well. And you can also tell the disruption of people's life in that the UNHCR has actually recently put out a report showing that Uganda is pretty much on the same level as Lebanon or Jordan in terms of getting so many refugees who are coming out of this conflict, and many others around the East African region.
War in South Sudan erupted when President Salva Kiir, from the Dinka ethnic group, accused the then Prime Minister Riek Machar, from the Nuer group, of plotting a coup. The accusation sparked violence in the country, where factions loyal to Kiir and Machar engaged in a tit-for-tat violence that resulted in the death of thousands. Both sides have been accused of committing war crimes, including rape, torture, and the use of child soldiers.
This needs to stop. We would like the welfare of children to be respected because we know and are aware from our experience and work of the long-term effects it has on the psychological health care and mental state of these young children. Peace and security, a return to normalcy, their livelihoods, getting food, a proper employment, children going to schools and sustaining their health. This is what is at stake, this is what is important, and this is what we would like the international community, world leaders, to get the leaders of South Sudan to understand and foment a peaceful process as soon as possible. We feel as World Vision this crisis is ongoing. It's one of those protracted crises which we can't really tell when it's going to end. We try to highlight it with the many messages and the stories we put on our websites, and we would like for the politicians, international community, to really pay attention to it, and for the members of the public to visit our website and support our work.